Okay, so let's start this paper. This is 961823 May June 2022, variant 23, question number 9. Now, in this question, it is written that there is a program that allow a users to save passwords that are used to log into the website. A stored password is then inserted automatically when the user logs into the corresponding website. A student is developing a program to generate a strong password. The password will be of fixed format consisting of three groups of four alphanumeric characters. Three groups of four alphanumeric characters. This is right here. A valid password must have 14 characters long, must be organized between three groups of four alphanumeric characters. The groups are separated by hyphens and may include duplicated characters, provided that they appear. The programmer has to define the following module just follow. Random character, exist, and generate. In a case-sensitive comparison, A is not same as A. Write the pseudocode module for generate. For writing the pseudocode module for generate, the first thing I need to do is to check that if it is a function or procedure. And since it is returning the password, that means that this is going to be considered as a function. It uses random character and exists. Okay. Exist is going to take two parameters, a string and a character. Perform the case sensitive search, returns true if the character occurs, otherwise false, and generate a random password. I need to write the pseudocode for generate. So first of all, I'm going to start it generating by declaring the function that is generate, but it returns a password. Second thing is that I'm going to declare my like function generate returns string. Then this is the declaration part. Declare and I need to declare here password, but that password is divided among groups. Since it is an alphanumeric, so this has to be in a string. In your generate, you are requested to generate a valid password and use random character and exist. In exist, you have to search for this. That means that we are also going to take number of counts as well. Like for example, A count, B count as an integer, and your next character also as a character, and there is a constant. That constant is your hyphen, means the value that is never changed, and this is not going to be a data type because this is going to be constant. Now, right in this question, first of all, my declaration and initialization is done. Declare it is a function as generate return the string. Password is also declared. Now I need to generate loop. The first loop is going to be for your three groups. Like this is an example of a password. So your first loop is going to maintain this. Like it should be separated by an hyphen, and I have named it as an A count. The second loop that I have generated here is going to be of four digits, four alphanumeric numbers that are in this, that are separated by them, and this is to be known as B count. So I have taken here two different variables, which is an A count to segregate each of them by a hyphen, and I have taken B count to segregate each four of them with a different number. For example, A count is going to be from 1 till 3, and B count is going to be from 1 till 4. Why is that? Because it has four alphanumeric letters right here. So this is going to be two loops. This is the reason I have taken A count, B count, and hyphen, because I am generating a valid password, and a valid password has these requirements. I have also taken next character as well, so that which is from here exist. So I hope this is clear. Now, first of all, I'm going to set my password as an empty, and I'm going to start it like for A count. 1, 2, 3. If your groups are empty, then go for B count, which is 1 to 4, and into that next character, and what you are going to do, you are going to generate a number randomly. But I'm giving a situation like, for example, first of all, the password is going to be set as null, like an empty string. Then I'm going to check that for count A123, if your group is empty, then what you need to do is into each of those groups, you need to generate a password. Let me explain you right here. Like you do not need to write this, I'm just explaining it. First of all, the password is empty. Password is empty. The second part, it says that now you have three groups. 1, 2, 3. It is going to check right here that if you have any sort of number from this. So this is referring to this part, that if there is any number or not. But just in case, if all of these groups are empty, this line. So what you are going to do, you are going to add four numbers, four alphanumeric numbers into each group of them. That is an alphanumeric, and that is going to be generated randomly. Do you understand this?
Okay.
Now, I also need to apply a loop here that is of repeat. That means that you have to keep on doing that until your number exists. And exist is the exist is right here, that performs the case sensitive search. Exist is going to be based on your group, your next character, and you need to keep on doing that until and unless it goes false. But even if it goes false, you can assign the value whatever is in your group and next character and go on to your next B count. Then your password, what is going to be generated is going to be password and group and hyphen, whatever the values comes into them. Then next A count. And at last, you should have your password generated that should not be more than of 14 length starting from the left hand side, and you should also remove the hyphens into that. This is the reason I'm writing that. And at the last part, i'm returning it I'm returning it as password and end function. So in the first part, I have declared and initialized it. The second one, I have two loops that I have used right here. One is the outer loop. Second one is the inner loop. A count, B count. Then I have applied the use of random character and exist. I have used loop as well. And at last, I have printed the password uh, in its final form. This is also completed. This is one also, this one also, and all of these as well. Do you have any confusions in 9A?
नहीं, इसमें कोई कंफ्यूजन तो नहीं है, लेकिन ये आपने जो पासवर्ड और ग्रुप के बीच में साइन है, वो कौन सा साइन है आप?
Can you repeat your question?
आपने जो लाइक पासवर्ड के आगे लिखा है, पासवर्ड और ग्रुप के बीच में एक साइन बनाया हुआ है, वो क्या साइन है?
पास समझा नहीं है, पासवर्ड के बीच में साइन है।
पासवर्ड और ग्रुप के बीच में आपने साइन बनाया हुआ
हाइफन
है।
है, हाइफन है बेटा। पासवर्ड और अच्छा अच्छा, ये एक मिनट। दिस इज एंड,
ओके।
ये एंड है।
ओके
मतलब
ओके।
पासवर्ड भी प्रिंट कराना है, ग्रुप भी, और हाइफन में जो
जी
भी
जी।
इसमें वैल्यू आए वो एज इट इज मेरे पासवर्ड में आ जाए।
ओके।
मे आई मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट?
और
हम्म।
जी जी।
ओके, मैं ये फाइल भेज दूंगा आपको, तो आप फिर अपनी वर्किंग कर लीजिएगा इसके ऊपर। इसके बाद बी पार्ट है, और बी पार्ट के अंदर लिखा हुआ है कि एक ग्लोबल 2D एरे है जिसका नाम है सीक्रेट। इसकी टाइप है स्ट्रिंग। इट स्टोर्स द पासवर्ड्स टुगेदर विद द वेबसाइट्स डोमेन नेम्स where they are used. Secret contains 1000 elements organized as 500 rows and 2 columns. Unused element contains the empty string. An example of this 27 1 पे ये है, तो 2 पे ये होगा, ये है ये। Password are stored in encrypted form. Password cannot be used without being decrypted. You may assume that decrypted form of password will not be an empty string. Additional modules are defined as follow: encrypt, decrypt, find password, add password. The first three modules have been written. Write a module, pseudocode module for add password. Add password for 6 marks. Add password takes two parameters as a string, a website domain name, and a password. Searches for the website domain name in the array secret, and if not found, adds the website domain name and encrypted password to your array. Returns true if the website domain name and encrypted passwords are added to the array, otherwise false. It is returning a value. So this is going to be a function. I'm going to start it like function add password. Parameters में क्या है? Name और password. Data type string. Return कराएगा boolean. Function add password name password as string that returns boolean. Then I need to declare declare index as integer and declare added as boolean. First of all, I'm going to set it as false because the program is not started, but if the program succeeded, so the value is going to be true. Index value is 1. Add password takes 2 parameter. What I have to do is I need to implement a search for the website domain in the array. The name is secret. If not found, add the website domain name and the encrypted password to the array. If find password name is empty, like for example, domain is not in the array. So this means domain is not in array. While your edit is false and index value is within 500. I am following this one. That added is false and the value of the index is less than 500. Because the question stated that I have in 500 number of rows. So if secret index 1 is empty, then secret index 1 should be assigned as your name and secret index 2 should be assigned as your encrypted password. Because the question says that I need to search for the website domain in the array secret. That means that I also need to check that if the website domain is not already in the array using a find password, the name of that, and this is basically a name of a find password, but I'm using a linear search here. And if this is the case, that means this is true. But just in case, if this is not the case, then else index is equals to index plus 1, and if, and while, and again, and if. And you also have to return added as either true or false. This is going to do that. And at last, you can end the function. So this is it for B part. Do you have any queries?
Right.
See, in this question, they are asking you to implement the search, and in any question, if they ask you that you want to implement the search, that means that you also need to consider that what if the value is not included into your array that is a part of your linear search. So if you can focus on that code of linear search that is included into your book and syllabus, you can complete it, because what is mostly happening in these questions is that the concept and the idea is of the linear search same, only the variables names and the way that we are writing them is changed, but the concept is same. Just after that, I have implemented a loop that while not added and not an end of the array, I am going to check for the unused items. And if there is an unused item, I am going to adding it to my first column and two column. And last, I have used an encryption on the password and return a Boolean value if it is correct. In the C part, it says that the content of the array secret is to be stored in a text file for backup. The contents of the array secret is to be stored in a text file for backup. It must be possible to read the data back from the file and extract the website domain name and the encrypted password. Both the website domain and encrypted passwords are stored in the array as a string of characters. The encrypted password may contain any character from the character set used, and the length of both encrypted passwords and the website domain is available variable. Explain how a single line of text file can be used to store the website name and the encrypted password. I have an array that is named as secret. This is going to be stored as a text file or for backup. You must be able to read the data back, extract the data back. Both the website domain name and encrypted passwords are stored in the array string character. Encrypted password may contain characters from character set and length and is variable. Explain how the single line of a text can be used to store the website name and the encrypted password. One thing that was mentioned into the question that they are separated by character. They are separated by hyphen. So this is for 3 marks. So you can write here that you can select a hyphen known as a separator character that should not occur in your domain name. You can also write here that you can even select a space as well. Then create a string data type of password separated after every four alphanumeric digits. And last is that concatenate the encrypted password. This answer is based on when you want to work on your separator. However, you can write your answer based on the length as well. Now, it's totally up to you that how you want to consider it. I'm just preparing you for your exam so that you might know both of the ways out. If you want it to work on the length, so what you can do is that you can convert the length of website domain name to a fixed length of strings, and from that string combine the string with other fields. So this is how in a single text file you can have your encrypted password, website names in a txt file. Any confusion in this? Any queries?
नहीं, इसमें तो कोई मसला नहीं आ रहा।
ये आपसे शेयर कर दूं?